to the second round of the Scottish Legends Championship here at a dry, at the moment, Knockhill racing circuit. I am in the Burnett Motorsport awning, and this is one of the busiest Legends teams that you'll find in the paddock, as you can see by the amount of cars here, all directed and looked after by Stevie. He's a busy man, as you can imagine, on race day, but I'll have a quick chat with him. Stevie, have you got a minute? I know you're a busy man running all these cars. First thing, let's talk about last year. Domination by the Burnett Motorsport cars last year.
Last year was pretty tricky and hard going. Yeah, it was hard going, but
at the end of the day, the championship between Ross and Carroll, it was dominant by you guys.
It was dominant. Yeah, it was good. I think Carroll did well to keep her head together and finish the championship. Ross doing 17 wins and coming second. It was tough. It was a tough championship.
I just mentioned you run this whole operation, obviously. You've got the whole setup here. I see you arriving at the circuit on a Thursday, most times setting everything up. A lot of stress, a lot of work involved in this?
It's lots of hard going, but I've got a good bunch of guys that work with me. Colin, Jim, F2E, and all the guys are good, and they all do their jobs well. So it takes the stress out of it all, but it's hard going in race day.
I'll be a little bit more controversial this time, but you always seem to have a lead driver or a couple of lead drivers. But this year, it's a more widespread thing. I never can really pick which Burnett car is going to be dominant. You've got Ross Mickel as well, who's not in your team, and he's starting to take some wins.
Ross has been consistent for, 10 years or so. You know, Ross is now finding his feet better. He's maybe getting it together with his confidence in himself and not spending a lot of time in the grass. So maybe he's comfortable, maybe possibly because Carroll's not there, because Ross isn't there to pressurise him. We'll find our own in the next couple of race meetings. We'll probably find who's going to start pushing out the front. It's going to be, we've got Rally Dave, we've got David Hunter, we've got Paul O'Brien, we've got a couple of rookies. It's going to change just shortly.
After the dominance of last year, you still got the hunger to win? Never leaves you?
Do you know what? As long as the guys have fun, that's more my concern. If you win, that's a bonus.
Good stuff. The first race isn't far away, so I'll let you get on, but well done with the operation and good luck.
Thanks again.
With the shower we've just had, it could be iffy. I mean, there'll be a dry line, so I'm hoping being off fourth, I'll not need to get off the dry line very often.
Okay. Who's your competition today?
Well, Ross Mickel's always going to be there. Regardless where he starts, he's always going to be coming through quick. Rally Dave, Paul O'Brien, they'll all be chatting at the bit.
Okay, nice sort of middle of the pack start today.
Yeah, it's where I wanted to draw, both middle of the pack for the first race and for the second. Gives me a good chance to come through and hopefully get up near the front.
Okay, tricky conditions today?
It's drying up just now. I think the curbs will be slidey. I think if you go offline, it might be quite a different track, but overall I think the sun out, it should dry up quite quickly.
Okay, expectations for today?
Top three definitely want to finish. I don't know if I'll repeat the 600 points again, that would be quite a challenge, but I reckon if I could end the day on 550 above, that'd be good. I'll be happy with that. Not much to ask for then.
Quite well placed on the grid today, Gerard.
Not too bad, sort of middle of the pack. I actually prefer to be at the front or the back, if truth were known, but I'll take the middle. It'll be all right.
Okay, you did very well in the last meeting. You expect you to do so well today?
Always hope, always hope. There are a lot of very fast people out here this year, so just have to wait and see.
Okay, so any particular expectations for today?
No, just bring the car home in one piece.
As always. And have a good race.
Thank you very much.
from the hairpin, the last corner of the track.
Some of the biggest upheavals in American sports is in the world of motor racing, especially sports car racing. There's mergers, new series being proposed, audiences coming and going, drivers getting younger and younger. That's why you need the Racing Insiders on MAV TV to help you navigate the turmoil. The Racing Insiders is a new, weekly, 30-minute news show covering sports car racing, whether it's being done professionally, globally, or by the local grassroots club. Award-winning journalist Bill Wood will host the weekly discussions, along with race-winning insiders Peter Keene in Florida and Jim Daniels in Tennessee. It's a fast-paced, edgy sports show. They'll even reach out to guest insiders to bring you behind-the-scenes insider information you'll want to know. This new era in sports car racing needs the Racing Insiders.
The Racing Insiders on MAV TV, Thursdays at 2 and 5 p.m. Eastern, and again on Saturdays at noon.
Third place looks like it's going to be David Allan, but fourth place is still open to anybody who fancies it. It's going to be Paul.
Race winner, a good start to the day. David Hunter, you had high expectations for today, and you've certainly delivered, especially considering how dominant Ross was last time out.
Yeah, no, it's been a good race. I mean, got a fourth, I think, in the last round, so coming here I was thinking podiums would be good, but a win even better.
Looks like a championship challenge already. Someone needs to do something with Ross.
Well, I think if we're going to do it, it's going to be a team effort between the Burnett boys, because Ross on his own is uncatchable.
Nice, thank God it's dry, huh?
Well, I like the dry, it makes a difference.
Well done.
Thank you.
Ross, second place. I'm going to say disappointing second place after what you showed us last time.
I would have liked being first, but it was a good race with Dave there. It was very tough with all the oil down. I'm sure he's explained that already. And it was a case of just hanging on in there and hoping he would make a mistake, because in the mirrors behind me I saw a lot of people spinning out. So I thought, maybe Dave will as well. But no, would have heard first, but second.
Exactly, I know exactly what you mean. It's nice to win, but points-wise, I know it's early in the championship as well, but points-wise, you need to be thinking about that, and it's good points.
Oh, consistency, absolutely. I think I'm trying to aim for 500 points every meeting. So, I just got to finish. It's 4 races down, not a single dent on the bumper yet.
Don't say that.
Oh no, come on, celebrate. That's the first time ever, I think.
Well done.
Thank you.
David Allan, great drive, straight to the podium.
Yeah, I was quite surprised actually. Started 13th on the grid, but no, we got right through quite quickly, and then I just tried to catch David and Ross there, but no, they were just a wee bit too far in front, couldn't catch them.
But had you started a little closer, perhaps next time?
Well, we'll certainly try the next time. I should be near enough the front, so maybe third or fourth on the grid, so yeah, I'll have a bash the next time.
Well done, good start to the day.
Thanks very much.
Okay, pole position for race 2, tell me about it.
Well, I picked out 15th in the first race, and I managed to get through the pack to about 8th, so I'm now pole this time, so I might get through to about 15th.
We'll just need to wait and see. We'll get off the line and then we'll take it from there. It'll be a dive into the first corner. We've got a lot of quick boys behind me, so no, it'll be interesting going into Duffus to see who's going to come out first.
So what's your expectations for the race?
Oh well, I'm at the front. I'd like to stay at the front, but we'll have to wait and see. Anything can happen.
Okay, so how did your first race go?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. The first corner ended up running down the escape road, and then I got kind of bundled off on the last corner. Then on the first lap, just a lot of traffic. I went back down the order, but I got back up to fourth. There was a load of oil all over the track except for the hairpin, which made things difficult, but made things difficult for everyone. But I was quite lucky to get back up to fourth, and I was happy with that. So hopefully this race will maybe go one or two better and see how we go.
Yeah, so you're mid-pack for this race. What's your expectations?
Well, I'd like to hope for a top 3, but we'll see how we get on. We'll get past the first corner, and I'll try to pick a few cars off and see how we go from there.
Paul O'Brien there, 4th position in race number 1. Billy Waite on the front row of the grid, David Allan alongside, then Robbie Burgoyne and Colin Atkinson, Daniel Mackay 5th, Paul O'Brien back in 6th, Gerald McCosh next with Kieran Gallagher alongside, then Ross Mickel and Scott Hines, John Bushby and Paul Mackay, David Hunter and David Gill on row 7, Eric Palazzo is on row 8 with David Micklejohn, first of the newcomers and gentlemen, then John Patterson, Barry Roberts, Warren Allen and Ewan Mackay, Steve McGill in car 5, Mike Borner in car 20, Gary Faulkner in car number 80. So as ever, rolling start for the 1250cc Legends cars here at Knockhill Circuit. And this is the view from Paul Mackay, one of Gordon Shedden's sponsors, enjoys his racing. Great to see him at some of the touring car meetings as well. Lights still on, you'll see the lights go off when the leaders get to the start line, which they do now. Then the cars can break ranks, which they do, and it's a great start from pole position for Billy Waite. Billy Waite leads, David Allan's round the outside to take the lead. On board with Scott Hines, car number 2 in front, that's Kieran Gallagher. Scott looking at the inside line, but there's Ross Mickel, championship leader, round the outside, reading the traffic well. Hines, of course, knows how to race side by side with people like Ross Mickel, very respected driver, Ross. And you heard his target to pick up 500 points per meeting. There's John Patterson, Blue 3, who was the top newcomer in race number 1. And starts at the front of the rookie group. The first 2 meetings, if you're a newcomer in Legends, you start at the back of the field. It's a sensible decision. If you think about circuit racing, if you're a newcomer in Formula 4, the chances are that you would be starting at the back of the grid as you bed yourself into the formula. We do have some quick newcomers, as John Patterson demonstrated, but it's a good idea to put them at the back of the field, see how it goes. Of course, if they're quick, they'll work their way through the slower drivers in any case. So that's why they have their own trophy, because they start the championship on the back foot with 2 meetings at the back of the field. Paul O'Brien making progress. There too is Daniel Mackay. Looks like the inside O'Brien showing that liking for the escape road again. Outside line at Scotsman. He's going to get hung out to dry here. O'Brien loses out. Mackay's through. Ross Mickel's through. Kieran Gallagher's trying to look and find a way through as well. And Scott Hines, 26 car, Lanarkshire-based driver, chasing Kieran Gallagher. Comes from Kilmarnock. Scott Hines to the outside line here. Is he going to be able to power his way past? I think he is. Inside line as they come around the very slight left-hand curve. Hislops, railway straight, down in towards the hairpin. Kieran Gallagher gets the position back. There is Colin Atkinson, who's got through into 3rd place. So Aki up into, beg your pardon, 2nd position. Former champion. Running well, you can see a little bit of bump. It was 3rd position because in 2nd place is Robbie Burgoyne. Couldn't see him as the car was eclipsed as they came out of the hairpin. There is Billy Waite at the moment, 4th place. Ross Mickel already in 5th position. Paul O'Brien in 6th, challenging him. This is where O'Brien lost a little bit of ground on the last lap, but he's got back into the groove very quickly and got ahead of Kieran Gallagher, so pretty good for him. Ross Mickel riding the curves, looks at the inside of Billy Waite in 17. Mickel's on the inside line, he's going to make the pass here as they go through Park Curve. He's got the line again over the curves, not too far, avoiding the raised red bit, the hot dog as they call it, on the inside of the corner, which would really throw the car off kilter. And this is the view back from David Newall to John Patterson, who comes down the inside, and the rookie barges his way through. He's got David Hunter, he's got ahead of Hunter, because as a newcomer he started behind the man that won race 1. And that, to my mind, statistically, you've got to say that John Patterson has got the ability there for the pace to win races, and therefore the ability, if he gets a front row draw, and he's up with the leaders. This is an incredible charge through the field from top rookie John Patterson. He was joint 8th in the championship overall with Kieran Gallagher after the first meeting, and all that from the back of the grid. So the number 4 car looking as if it might well be, not number 4 car, but number 3 car, we're on board with car number 4, setting himself out as a potential championship challenger. Now in terms of the other rookies, we've got Steve McGill in car number 5 and Ewan Mackay are going to be battling it out for rookie honours this year and the silverware that's on offer. Back on board with David Hunter, race 1 winner Dave Allan still out front being challenged by Robbie Burgoyne. We'll catch up with them later. On board with Scott Hines. In front of us is Daniel Mackay in car number 91. Oh, there's a problem there between Billy Waite and Kieran Gallagher.
Want to keep up with all the racing action at the track? Well, download the new Go Racing TV iPhone and Android app. And remember to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Preparation, of course, may vary down the field, but Ross Mickel, now he's got ahead of Paul O'Brien, will probably want to stay there. Mickel in car number 18. There is John Patterson, who's catching up with Paul O'Brien. Colin Atkinson down behind them. Then David Newall, who looks to the outside line, switches back to the inside. The grey car of Dave Hunter still there as well, car number 6. David Newall past Colin Atkinson. Great to see Colin back on circuit with us this year. Race lead though on between David Allan and Robbie Burgoyne. Allan in front at the moment, the blue and silver car. Great third position in race number 1. Very quick as well, it was David Hunter who was the fastest man in race number 1. 60.9 second lap. Fastest man in race 2 is John Patterson at the moment with a 60.3. So Patterson, the rookie, again showing his credentials as fastest man on track, but we're focused on the battle for the lead. David Allan out front, Robbie Burgoyne in second position. Burgoyne putting the pressure on. Rookie champion, couple of seasons ago, came from the stock car circles, made the move as so many short oval drivers do successfully here onto the circuits. Up into third place has gone John Patterson. There he is, the darker blue car in the background. We'll see him in a minute. Well, we won't from this angle. So David Allan there from Robbie Burgoyne. Now what can Robbie do? Is he going to be able to have a look down the inside? And you can see Patterson's got ahead of Ross Mickel, who's challenging for the position as well. It's a job to know where to look, so we focus on the championship leader, who's been passed by Patterson. Patterson third place, Mickel, then Paul O'Brien, followed by Kieran Gallagher. Race leader then still David Allan. Look at the pressure that he is soaking up. This is a great drive from both of these men. Burgoyne slightly the younger, down into Scotsman corner. David Allan soaking up all the pressure at the moment that the youngster can throw at him. John Patterson still third. Paul O'Brien coming up into the mix as well. And you can see, as I say, second meeting. Dry conditions today, very slippery in our first meeting back in April, the 7th of April. And this one really showing us what a competitive championship we're going to have this year. David Allan still there, third in the championship, the blue and silver car, so 495 points. He's 105 shy after round 1 of Ross Mickel. Here they come, Paul O'Brien attacking the outside line, the yellow number 9 on the side of the black car. It's a silver 18 for Ross Mickel, who's still there at the moment in 4th place. He's bump drafting with Patterson here. Might be some synergy between the two cars. Robbie Burgoyne challenges as they go down Duffer Stip again, using the exit road is David Allan. That will probably lose him a little bit of time. Burgoyne right with him now, and we'll look up the inside. Back up into 3rd place goes Ross Mickel, championship leader. Mickel passes Patterson, great move by Ross Mickel, and now trying to close in on the lead drivers. So Ross Mickel, having dealt with 3rd place, is going. Robbie Burgoyne's challenging for the lead. Robbie Burgoyne looks up the inside, he can't quite do it. Sideways motion from David Allan, hangs on to lead position. This is cracking Legends racing. Nobody running away with this one by any stretch of the imagination as the cars come down Railway Straight, and Paul O'Brien is bump drafting with John Patterson to try and come through for 3rd. Patterson, I think, has got 3rd back. Robbie Burgoyne gets crossed up, coming out of the hairpin. The climb up there they go. David Allan is still there as well, but it's Allan who takes the win. Robbie Burgoyne 2nd. It's a photo for 3rd. I think John Patterson has just about snuck it in the number 3 car, and he's come through all bar 2 of the regular drivers, the established drivers, shall we say. Remember, the newcomers in the first 2 meetings starting at the back, but John Patterson having an absolute ding-dong battle with Paul O'Brien, and Ross Mickel is marking himself out as a championship contender and a future race winner. David Allan takes the win, Robbie Burgoyne second, John Patterson gets third and fastest lap. Paul O'Brien manages to get the better of Ross Mickel for fourth, David Newall in sixth from David Hunter, then Colin Atkinson, Daniel Mackay and Steve McGill second in the rookies, he takes 10th.
Dave, earlier on when I spoke to you with the third place, you said we'll get the win, and it's exactly what you did, starting that bit further up.
Yeah, I spoke to your man down on the line there and he asked how was I going to do today in this race, and I thought, well, I'm at the front, I'd like to try and stay there, but no, it's been fantastic, great race. Robbie Burgoyne and John Patterson absolutely flying, he was catching us, but I just had nothing left. I was trying, but nothing left.
Well done.
Thanks very much.
Robbie, another podium, back up near the top, second place this time.
Second place, just couldn't get with David there, like it. I was hanging.
He was so strong earlier on because he started further back and came forward.
I mean, David, we just worked together there. I was going to try and make the move earlier on, but I thought to myself, everybody else is catching up here. Me and Davies as well, working together, get away from everybody. Last couple of laps, then make the move on it. Like, tried it, left each other enough room, but I just didn't have the power in the back. I had it down the back straight there, out of Clark's, but no, David had me in the back corners up over the top of the chicane. So no, definitely a really good race.
You've another chance later as well.
Another chance later on. I've got another race to go. Yep.
Well done.
Perfect. Thanks very much.
John, great third position. Welcome to the podium.
Thanks very much. Oh God, it's hard going out there. Pushed and bumped and battered and bruised, but congratulations to Davey, you've done really well.
But you're a newcomer to Legends as well, which makes it even more inspiring, shall we use that word?
Second race, second time out in it, yeah. Yeah, it's completely different. It's like nothing I've ever driven before.
Because your background's rallying, right?
I've raced cars here 20 years ago, saloon car, then I went to bike racing, then rallying recently, forest rallying. But I've not done anything for about 3 or 4 years, but I suppose this is as close to forest rallying as you get on the tarmac.
So you've done a little bit of everything. How do bikes compare to racing a Legend?
Bikes are something else. Bikes are my first love, but the body can't take the falls, and this is as exciting as you're going to get in four-wheel, put it that way.
The Legends final is lined up behind me and ready to go. The weather's held out. It's going to be another dry race, and this is the full reverse grid as well, which puts John Bushby up on pole position. Second is a man that we'll have a wee chat with, Paul Mackay, another orange car. Paul, an eventful weekend so far.
It has been. It has been a bit.
It has been a bit.
Yes,
that's the only comment to make.
Well,
it's quite an unusual situation, Paul, because you're racing yourself, but you've also got another couple of relatives on the grid as well.
You've been talking about Daniel and Ewan.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Two sons, so it's a father and son thing.
And one of them's already quicker than me, and another one's only got about two or three tenths behind me now. So
that was my next question. Is it competitive, and do you drive home in silence?
It's
having been beaten.
Normally a silent drive home.
Enjoyable though, it's a good way to spend the weekend racing a Legend.
It is good until one of them pushes you out to the gravel.
Has that happened today?
That happened at the last meeting.
Oh, I see. Right, I'll not go any further into that one. I'll talk about this race. John up on pole position. You're in prime spot though.
Well, I'd like to try and get past them into Duffus and try and get some space between us.
We're yet to see a win.
That would be good.
Good luck, Paul. Thanks. There we go. Let's have a wander a little further back, see who else we can find. It is a topsy-turvy grid, which gives us the great racing that we always see with the Legend cars. Who can we have a chat with? I was talking about Paul's younger sons. You can see Daniel back here. Let's have a wee chat with Daniel. I don't think we've spoken to him before. And again, it's not a bad starting position for Daniel. Giving me the thumbs up. And as you can see, it's pretty much an identical looking car to Dad Paul. Daniel, I'll dive in here and have a quick chat. I was just talking to your dad. He's in prime position.
Yeah, he's good for this race. I think he's probably got a great chance off the start. He's had a good weekend actually. Been a bit mixed on setup, but we think we've got it right now, so it should be a good flash race for him.
I was talking about the funny situation of two sons and the dad here, and as the season starts to go on, everybody starts to get a little bit more competitive. Your dad says there've been a few silent drives home.
Yeah, last year we had a couple where I think I put him off at McIntyre's.
He mentioned that.
Yeah, he put me off at Paddock, and then I put him off at chicane ones. But it's all fun between us.
Exactly, all good clean fun. This is your second season racing a Legend, pretty much a newcomer to racing. Good class to begin with?
Yeah, it's a fantastic class. I mean, all the cars, well, most of the cars are very, very even, and the performance is great, so you can really benchmark yourself as a driver and see your progress, because you can't do too much to a Legend, so when it's a difference in times, it's you. It's good.
Not the easiest thing to drive, I know myself.
No, they're a wee bit lively, especially when the rain comes down, but it takes a wee while to get used to it. I mean, my brother over in 81, he's doing a great job so far. He's down into the 62-second laps in only his second meeting, that's better than I did. A lot better than I did.
Good luck in this one, we'll all be watching.
Thank you very much.
There we go, there's the second Mackay. Who else have we got down here? We'll have a chat. Well, let's have a chat with David Hunter. He started the day really well. If you remember, we're wandering right outside of where we normally go here. We'll have a chat with David. Dave, you started the day really, really well. Legends Racing, obviously, they keep it fresh by shuffling the grids around. Quite a far way back here, though. What can you do?
Well, with Heat 2, it was kind of in between the results, so being back here, pretty much got the same to do as again in Heat 2, so I'll try and get to the front, but top 5 I'll be happy with.
Last year we saw Ross and Carroll and Dunk as well, I think, winning from the very, very back of the grid. I mean, it sounds impossible with the amount of cars they have here, but it is possible to do it, isn't it?
Oh, it's possible. I mean, today John Patterson came from the rookie grid and was on third on the podium in Heat 2, so it is doable.
So I might be speaking to you after.
Well, hopefully, hopefully.
Good luck. There we go. They're just about to head out on track. I'm going to hand this to Richard. He'll take you through the full lineup.
Some of the biggest upheavals in American sports is in the world of motor racing, especially sports car racing. There's mergers, new series being proposed, audiences coming and going, drivers getting younger and younger. That's why you need the Racing Insiders on MAV TV to help you navigate the turmoil. The Racing Insiders is a new, weekly, 30-minute news show covering sports car racing, whether it's being done professionally, globally, or by the local grassroots club. Award-winning journalist Bill Wood will host the weekly discussions, along with race-winning insiders Peter Keene in Florida and Jim Daniels in Tennessee. It's a fast-paced, edgy sports show. They'll even reach out to guest insiders to bring you behind-the-scenes insider information you'll want to know. This new era in sports car racing needs the Racing Insiders.
The Racing Insiders on MAV TV, Thursdays at 2 and 5 p.m. Eastern, and again on Saturdays at noon.
Robbie Burgoyne is challenging strongly now for fourth place.
There's the race leader, Ross Mickel, who's out front, but he waits at the moment. The back marker matching him for pace. Here's the second place man.
The hard rod has broken on David Hunter's car, so the axle's sitting all ski with. What a shame. Oh, and we've got another spinner down there at the approach to Tuka, one of the gravel trap one just trying to restart. What are you doing up, Gary? Right, give us a top speed.
David, we spoke to you before the start of the race saying it was possible to come all the way from the back to the front. Not quite to first, but bloody good effort.
I just all fell into place. Everything just opened up, folk falling off, pulling in. I had a reserve start. I didn't go too eager, and then it was just like, it just opened up.
Colin, not a familiar face to the podium, but a great result.
That was a brilliant result. I've had a lot of problems with the car because it is a new car and just couldn't get it to suit myself, and altered it there for the final, and it was definitely a lot better than what it was. I'll just hopefully get another couple of wee bits and I'll be a lot happier with the car.
Last year it was Carroll and Ross. The year before it was Ross that kind of made themselves Mr. Legend, but now I'm getting awful used to talking to you, Ross Mickel. Well done.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's, I said last time it's the first time we're going to do a full year this year, so hopefully the results will keep coming in.
Everybody's already saying, oh, I won't catch him this year. This is his year. It's only round 2. How have you done that?
Well, I put pressure on the beginning. I've not heard that myself, but no, as you saw in that race, it's so easy for things to happen, shall we say, and so lucky I managed to miss all the incidents and got through and was in the right place at the right time.
Well, that brings the racing to a close from the Scottish Legends here at Knockhill Racing Circuit. They have provided us with some great close racing all day. Please do tune in next time for more of the same.